Hello, welcome to the self-learning podcast by Dr. Sushma Singh. Let us start discussion on Unit 22, Sustainable Development and Challenges to Decentralized Governance. And our topic is Challenges to Sustainable Development and Environment. There are numerous challenges to sustainable development in India. While many of these problems are caused due to insensitive use of natural resources, governmental responsibility is also trifling in solving the critical issues. This deterioration of environment has a direct impact on the life of individuals, affecting the longevity of life, which in turn affects the development process on the whole. The degraded soil, depleted aquifers, diminishing forest cover, deteriorating urban environment and destroyed ecosystem can scarcely support better living standards and quality of life in future. The challenges are both natural and man-made and are enumerated as below. The first one is deforestation. The forest resources in India as well as around the world are on the verge of a higher depletion rate and are reaching alarming proportions. The individuals, corporations, government agencies, etc., are responsible for this menace. In the name of developmental projects, the felling of trees is being carried out, leaving behind the goals of sustainable development and human progress. The most serious problem of deforestation is the loss of biodiversity. The destruction of forests leads to not only the extinction of endangered animal species, but also many plant varieties that have immense medicinal value. It is also responsible for global warming in a massive way. The next one is threat to biodiversity. The biodiversity of the earth is a crucial asset that needs to be conserved and utilized in a judicious manner. The fair and equitable sharing of these resources is a prerequisite for a good life. The massive habitat destruction, pollution of land, water and soil has a drastic effect on the survival of biodiversity. The biological resources due to injudicious use are on the verge of extinction. Though the problem can be solved by applying serious restrictions on the excessive use, lack of collective will has greatly hampered the process of sustainable development at large. The next one is the effects of climate change. The drastic changes in the climate variations resulted in poor health conditions of the human beings and earth resources. These have also spilled dire consequences on a social and environmental aspects of the society. The increasing temperature levels and the carbon emissions had severe effects like crop failures, increasing droughts, scarcity of food supply, contagious diseases, degradation of environment, increasing foods and so on. Lack of disaster management methods and systematic marginalization of local communities in policy formulation have increased the vulnerability to the natural and man-made disasters. The next one is increasing pollution levels. The degrading level of air quality are widely recognized as a major factor of pollution, especially in urban areas. The sources of air pollution include industrial pollution, indoor and vehicular pollution. The pollution in urban areas is caused by the presence of a number of industries that emit smoke and other chemical substances into the air. Added to this is the vehicular pollution that has been on an increase every year. The sale in the number of vehicles has been zooming at an unprecedented scale and leading to massive traffic congestions. This invariably has resulted in serious health hazards like asthma, respiratory problems, hearing impairment, and so on. The indoor air pollution is caused due to the use of wood, dung, cakes, and crop residues. Children, especially girls, are said to be at greater health risk as they stay indoor to help women in the household chores. The next one is groundwater depletion and pollution. While storage of water continues to loom large, the inefficient use of water is an avoidable crisis, which otherwise can lead to imbalances in water management methods. Apart from this, access to safe drinking water has also become a pertinent issue, with major organic and bacterial pollutants like being untreated. In many of the cities, untreated municipal waste or sewage is being discharged into the rivers. The urban regions are especially prone to such pollution as they are not equipped with adequate sewage treatment facilities. The shrinking groundwater levels have resulted in acute shortage of water across the nation, especially during the summer season. It is only recently that the water harvesting measures are being undertaken, with some of the cities making it mandatory. The next one is poor health. The development in the health sector are confined basically to urban areas. Moreover, the status of income too largely determines the access to it. Life expectancy levels no doubt have gone up, but it is altogether important to note the high rates of infant mortality. The recent UNDP report too expressed its unhappiness over India's inability to provide health facilities to its population. The provision of healthcare facilities is closely related to economic growth and social well-being. Better health of an individual enables him or her to bring down the production losses, thereby contributing to high levels of productivity. This has a direct influence on the resources and avoids unnecessary expenditure, which can be diverted towards ensuring better living standards. The community health centers responsible for ensuring the rural health care facilities are often understaffed or comprise the staff that is unwilling to work in the rural areas. Often they lack necessary medical equipment and infrastructure to extend health care. The next one is literacy rate. On the basis and most important components of development is education. It is a critical invasive instrument for bringing about social, economic and political inclusion and a durable integration of people, particularly those excluded from the mainstream of any society. It is the best social investment given the synergies and the positive externalities that it generates for people in their well-being. The female literacy rates continue to lag behind, and the progress is often overshadowed by the disparities in terms of gender caste groups and income groups, and at urban and rural level. Where there is a higher female literacy rate, it has substantially lowered the fertility, infant and child mortality rates. It has also instilled confidence among rural women to earn their income by joining the self-help groups and women's development groups. Now the next is environmental sustainability. The environmental quality is also threatened by the urban solid waste in the form of the garbage, household solid waste, waste from hospitals and scientific laboratories. In urban areas, one recurrently comes across heaps of solid waste, including the plastic bags lying on the roadsides, which serves as open dumping sites. The fungi, bacteria and virus pose enormous risk to health, especially in the residents living close to these open disposal sites. Time and again this waste is disposed of through sewage system and showing in drain blockages and interruption in free flow of water. This further leads to contamination of water and pollution of safe drinking water. Inadequate collection and lack of proper disposal facilities are the prime reasons for this widespread prill. Now let us wind up the session, and thank you very much for engaging yourself with a self-learning podcast.